It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Carson. And some room to maneuver. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
54, Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On 1st down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 49ers 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Come to my world.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Rush in. 11.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ezekiel Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it with Carson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Hey, 0. Hey. Hey, one set. Check,
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Situation, let's go. Check nine, check nine.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check that.
From the 24, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Seahawks, first down.
Mike 54.
This is Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At their 49-yard line.
98's the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check the backer, check the backer. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson throwing right, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Here we
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Here we go. 950. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Garoppolo to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trent Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Check, block 54. All go special. Check, line 54. Line 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go. Check 56. All day, baby, all day.
Now Wilson. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready?
On play action, now Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. Third down here. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Right here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. I got you. Go, 14.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route, going for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Throwing is Wilson. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34.
Hey, come on.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo finding Goodwin, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's another 49er.
Here we go. 180.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Danny. Check 99.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 180.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Alert. 25.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Like 80. Here we go, D.
On first down, Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
It's going to be a lot of that.
Hey, alert. Go ahead.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This is Coleman. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. But 22 is the line to gain here on third down. On third down, here's Coleman. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the toss. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Coleman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the 49ers, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gault.